Hey gang, welcome into another edition of Card Sharks right here at MVG Productions. I'd like to thank Mr. Bill McD for today's opening poem. And remember, if you'd like to leave an opening poem for the show, leave it in the comment section below. Now, on with today's game. No wheels to spin, no rolling dice, no puzzles to solve, no prizes to price on Card Sharks! This is the game where a single turn of the card can win you up to $32,000 in cash. Now, here's your host, the star of Card Sharks, Brandon Sprout! Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Card Sharks right here at MVG Productions. Glad to have you with us once again. On our last show, we crowned a brand new champion, and he's back with us again to see if he can hold on to that championship. So let's meet today's players for our first game. Starting with our current champion, whose one-game cash winnings total $3,500 in cash, we have Mr. Brandon Martin. Brandon, welcome back to the show, sir.
Glad to be back here, Brandon.
You did pretty well last time. I had some tough time with those money cards, but are you ready to see if you can hold on to your championship again?
I hope so, Brandon.
Well, good luck to you. You got a contestant here who's ready to stop you, take that championship crown for himself. Your first opponent today here on Card Sharks, we have Adam. Adam, welcome in, sir.
Thanks for having me here.
No problem. Tell everybody in YouTube land a little bit about yourself.
I'm currently 32 years of age. I'm engaged, and I currently work at a sporting goods store in the apparel department.
Awesome. All right, are you ready to play the game, sir?
I'm ready.
All right, well, good luck to you. Let's get right into it. You guys know how Card Sharks works. You just work your way across the board, calling if the next card's higher or lower than the previous. If you make it all the way to the end, you win a game that's worth $250 in cash to you. Takes 2 games to win the match, and winner goes on to our money cards for a shot at up to $32,000 in cash. So let's get right into it with today's first game with our first question. Of course, goes to our champion, Brandon. Brandon, we surveyed 100 people on this one. We asked them, would you rather go a year without music or a year without video games? How many of 100 people said, I'd rather go a year without music?
Oh, man. I mean, a year without music or video games? Well, for my opinion, I would say I would go with a year without video games, but for this one, in music in general, I would say a low number. I would say about 25.
25, all right. 25 out of 100 said they'd rather go a year without music. Adam, higher or lower than 25?
I think that number will be a little bit higher.
Say a little bit higher than that. Alright, if the answer is higher, you're going to be playing your cards first. If not, Brandon will be playing his cards first. The actual number of people who would rather go a year without music versus a year without video games is 49. It is higher. Nearly half. I'm actually very surprised at that. I'm a music person myself, so it's like, wow. Really surprised on that one. Alright, so Adam, you got one of the questions. That means you have control of your cards first. So let's take a look at your base card for this opening round of Card Sharks. A 5.
That's a decent card. I'm going to go higher.
Going on, higher than a 5. No, it's a 3. You lose that card there. Giving Brandon a free chance to play off his base card of a 9.
Well, it's not that bad of a card, but a little bit. But I'll have to go with my odds and say...
Let's say... Did you say lower?
I said higher.
Oh, going against the odds here. Higher than the 9. No, it's a 7. You lose that card there. All right, both.
Oh, could
Yeah, both
Oh, well.
players turning over their base cards. We'll see how this game continues on with question 2, going to Adam. Adam, we asked 100 people this question. Would you rather win an Oscar or win the Nobel Peace Prize? How many of 100 people said they'd rather win the Nobel Prize?
I know it's a pretty good one. I think it's a relatively high number. I'm going to say about 60.
All right, 60 out of 100 said they'd rather win the Nobel Prize. Brandon, higher or lower than 60?
Well, if they would win the Nobel Peace Prize, I would say a little bit higher than that.
Okay, say a little bit higher, all right. The actual number of people who would rather win the Nobel Prize versus winning an Oscar is 29. It is not higher.
Wow.
Yes, people always want to be in pictures. What can they say? All right, Adam, you're still in control. You've got that 5. What would you like to do, Adam?
I think I'll try it again and go higher.
All right, going on higher than the 5. Yes, it's an ace.
Oh, beautiful.
Lower than the ace. It's an 8, right up the middle.
Freeze.
They're going to freeze that 8, taking a 2-card advantage over the champion. As we go on to question number 3, this one goes to our champion, Brandon. Brandon, we asked 100 people this question. Would you rather fight a collection of Smurfs or fight a collection of Care Bears? How many of 100 people said they'd rather fight a collection of Smurfs?
Well, for me, in my basic opinion, I like the Smurfs for deal with movies and all that good stuff. But a collection of Smurfs, I mean, for this one, I'm gonna have to go right almost to the middle and say 45.
All right, 45 out of 100 said they'd rather fight a collection of Smurfs. Adam, higher or lower than 45?
Sorry. I'll say that I think it's a little lower.
I say a little lower than that. Actual number of people who would rather fight a collection of Smurfs versus fighting a collection of Care Bears is 44. It is literally a little bit lower.
Oh, I would have. Man.
So close there. All right, Adam, you've got control of the cards again. You've got that 8.
Let's change it.
All right, changing it because you won the question. You're on the right to change it. The next card, a deuce.
Beautiful. Let's go
Higher than the deuce. It's a jack.
Got not much to lose. I'll go lower.
Going on for game 1 of the match. Lower than the jack. It's a 4. He's done it. Nicely done. There we go. Game 1 goes to Adam, giving him $250, putting some money in his bank, needing one more game to become the new champion here. Brandon's got to play some catch-up, so we're going to go ahead and deal out the cards for game number 2 here. Again, if you remember the cards that have been played from your deck, it will help you a little bit along the way in calling the cards. All right, going on to question number 1 for this round, we start with our challenger, Adam. Adam, we asked 100 people this question. Would you rather be an antisocial genius or be popular but unintelligent? How many of 100 people said they'd rather be popular but unintelligent?
Oh, I think that's kind of a tough one. I think it's gonna be kind of like literally an even number. I'm gonna say about 52.
52 out of 100 said they'd rather be popular but unintelligent. Brandon, higher or lower than 52?
Well, a lot of people, I mean, would be popular but not unintelligent for this one. But I would say, I mean, it's a little bit of a good question, but I would say unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit lower.
A little lower than that. We'll see. The actual number of people who would rather be popular but unintelligent versus being an antisocial genius is 40. It is lower.
Alright.
Alright, Brandon, that means you got control of your cards. Your base card for this second game is a 4.
That's a pretty good card. Let's keep it and go
Hold on, higher than the 4. No, it's a 3! Those rotten cards are still following you around from last time. Adam, you get a free shot to play off your base card, a Jack.
Let's go
Lower than the Jack. No, it's a King. Got you too. Rough cards going here on this one, folks. We'll continue on with question number 2 this time, going to our champion, Brandon. Brandon, we asked 100 people this question. Would you rather be unable to see anything for a day or go a month without your phone? How many of 100 people said they'd rather be unable to see anything for just a single day?
Well, for this one, in my opinion, it could go a month. A lot of people do that. But for that, without seeing for a day, though, I mean, it's going to be like a little bit of a low number. 30.
30 out of 100, okay. Adam, higher or lower than 30?
Sorry, could you repeat what?
The question we asked 100 people. Would you rather be unable to see anything for a day or go a month without your phone? How many of 100 people said they'd rather be unable to see anything for a day?
I think it's gonna be.
You can say even higher than that. I'm interested to see what the answer is on this one myself. The actual number of people who would rather be unable to see anything for a day versus going a month without their phone is 60. It is higher.
Oh.
All right, Adam, you're in control of your cards. You've got the Jack right now.
I don't got much to lose. I'll keep the Jack and go
All right,
lower.
playing on lower than the Jack. It's a 9.
I'm gonna freeze on that.
Freeze right there. All right, needing 3 more cards to win the game and the match. Brandon still on his base card, needs to play catch up here. Let's go on to question number 3. This one goes to Brandon. I'm sorry, this one goes to Adam. Excuse me, had the wrong one there. We asked 100 people, Adam. If you could be a teacher, what subject would you teach? History or math? How many of 100 people said they'd rather teach math?
Well, I think math is kind of a fun subject over history. I think I'm going to say about 70.
70 out of 100 said they'd rather be teaching math. Brandon, higher or lower than 70?
Well, a lot of history teachers don't. Instead of that, I mean, a lot of math teachers teach a lot of it. So I would say a little bit more higher.
A little even higher than that. All right. The actual number of teachers who would rather teach math versus teaching history is 33. It is not higher.
Wow.
Must have had a lot of history fans when we asked that question there. All right, Adam, you're in control. You've got a 9 right now.
I'm gonna change that.
All right, changing the 9. Next card off the top of the deck, it becomes an 8, right up the middle.
That's an even worse change. Let's go higher.
Going on, higher than the 8. It's a queen.
Good card. Lower.
Going on, lower than the queen. It's a 6.
At that point, I think I want a little more insurance, and I'm gonna freeze.
Little freeze right there, needing just 1 card away from becoming the new champion here on Card Sharks. As we reach our 4th and final question of the round, someone must win on this play of the cards. The question goes to our champion, Brandon. Brandon, we asked 100 people, would you rather be able to control your dreams or be able to watch your dreams on a video the very next day? How many of 100 people said they wish they could be able to control their dreams?
Well, I would say my opinion for that is, in their mind, they would control their dreams in a brain rather than, like, watching it on the video to see what your dream is. But for this one, I'm gonna have to go with a little bit of a high number. I'll say 55.
55 out of 100 said they'd rather be able to control their dreams. Higher or lower than 55, Adam?
I might think some people would like to have better dreams. I think it's gonna be a little higher.
Even higher than that. Alright, for all important control of the cards on this one, the actual number of people who would rather be able to control their dreams versus be able to watch their dreams on a videotape the very next day is 63. It is higher.
Alright. Good job.
Alright, Adam, you're in control. Here's the situation. You've got a 6. You can change your card if you like and play it. You only need one card in order to win the game and the match and become the new champion. Or you can pass control to Brandon. He's got a 4. He needs all 4 cards in order to win. So the option's yours. Would you like to play or would you like to pass?
I think I feel like I want to get my fate in my own hands on it and play it, and I would like to get a change of that.
Okay,
6.
so you're going to play and you're going to change that 6. A very important change for you here. That 6 now becomes a 10. Call this card correct, you become the new champion.
It's a little bit of a better card, and I think I'm going to go lower.
Alright, lower than the 10 to become the new champion on Card Sharks. It's an 8, he's done it! Congratulations to you, Adam. You're the new champion here at Card Sharks. You got yourself $500. You're going on to play the money cards here in just a moment. Well, Brandon, you played a good game, sir. Just fortunately, the cards did not go your way this time, but you're not leaving us here empty-handed. You're taking with you your winnings from last time here, a grand total of $3,500 in cash, sir. So congratulations to you.
Thank you, Brandon.
All right, and with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. When we come back, Adam's going to take the shot for money cards, see if he can take home $32,000, and we'll have that right after this. So stay with us. Welcome back to Card Sharks here with our new champion, Adam, who's won himself $500, and now he's going to take a shot to see if he can win a whole lot more money playing on money cards. Adam, here's how the game works. We start you off with $200 of brand new bidding money. Work your way across the bottom row till you get to that second row cards, where we'll give you additional $400 in cash. Work your way across the cards there. Again, minimum bet $50 and bet in $50 increments all the way till you get to the top of the board at our big bet, where you must bet at least half of your winnings. Okay, and of course you can change one card on each level with one of the 3 cards we'll deal out on the side of the board to you. If you can go a perfect double, double, double all the way to the top of the board, you're going to win yourself $32,000 in cash, all right? And remember, on ties, there's no win, no loss, it's a push, all right? So good luck to you. Let's deal out those cards, and let's get you some money. Here we go. Here's $200. And let's start off with your base card for this round of the money cards. A 3.
It's a pretty good card. I'll get $150. That it is higher.
Alright, $150. Higher than the 3. It's a 4. You're up to $350.
That's a pretty good card. I'll go $200. That it is higher.
Another $200. Higher than a 4. It's a 6. You're up to $550 now in a 6.
Let's go. I think I would like to change it, and I'll go with number 2.
Alright, changing with number 2. That 6 now becomes a 3. A great change for you.
Very good card. Let's go 500. That it is higher.
Betting a big one on this one. $500. Higher than the 3. An ace! Beautiful card. $1,050. We move that ace up to the second row. Give you the additional $400 in betting money. You now have $1,450 and a great card.
Let's go all in lower.
All of it. $1,450 lower than the ace. It's a 7. You're up to $2,900, sir.
I like to change it with number 1.
Change it with number 1. Big change here. That 7 now becomes a 4.
Very good card. Let's go $1,500 higher.
All right, big bet here. $1,500 higher than the 4. A queen. Well done. $4,400 and a queen now.
It's a great card. Let's go $3,800 that it is lower.
Big bet here. $3,800 lower than the queen. It's a jack. $8,200 for you, Adam. We move the jack up. It is big bet time for you now. You have a jack and $8,200. You must bet at least $4,100 on this call the jack. So what's going to be your big bet?
I'm gonna change that card.
All right, he's going to change that jack. A very important change here. On this big bet, that jack now becomes a king.
Oh, that's a great card.
Again, you must bet at least $4,100 on this one.
Well, I'll go $8,150 that it is lower.
Wow, big bet here. You're either going to finish with $50 or you're going to finish with $16,350. $8,150, lower than the king. It's a 9. He's done it. What a win there, sir. $16,350. Added to what you had previously, you have a 1-game cash total now of $16,850. And you are the new champion here at Card Sharks. Now we're going to take a quick commercial break, find out another opponent. We'll do that right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Card Shark, ladies and gentlemen. Our new champion, Adam. He's got himself $16,850. He's ready to take on his next opponent. So let's meet him now. Playing against Adam in this game of Card Sharks, we have AJ. AJ, welcome back, sir.
Thanks, Brandon.
Good. AJ had a good run earlier this season. Picked up 4 wins over $27,000. Ready to see if you can outdo yourself this time, AJ?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, good luck to both of you. Let's get started here with our first question. Of course, first question goes to our champion, Adam. Adam, we asked 100 people, would you rather be in a real-life version of The Walking Dead TV show or be in a real-life version of Jurassic Park? How many of 100 people said they'd rather be in a real-life version of The Walking Dead?
Well, I personally not a fan of horror movies, and that would be really scary, but at the same time, Jurassic Park, it's pretty good. Really, but it's kind of scary too. I think it's kind of like around the middle, and I'm gonna say about 46.
All right, 46 out of 100 said they'd rather be in a real-life version of The Walking Dead. AJ, higher or lower than 46?
I always assumed The Walking Dead was a TV show.
Uh-huh, it is.
How many people on The Walking Dead? I'd say it'll be a bit higher.
Say a little higher than that. All right. The actual number of people who would rather be in a real-life version of The Walking Dead versus in a real-life version of Jurassic Park is 39. It's not higher. That kind of scares me. The fact that people want to walk around with giant dinosaurs that could pretty much eat you in one bite. Yeah, that's a wonderful idea, to say the least.
Like Tyrannosaurus Rexes and all that.
I know, right?
I haven't even seen either Jurassic Park or The Walking Dead.
All right, Adam, take a look at your base card of a queen.
Beautiful card. Let's go lower.
On lower than the queen. It's a 9.
I'm gonna freeze right there, not taking no chances.
All right, keeping AJ away from his card, giving yourself a 1-card lead. As we go to question number 2, this one goes to AJ. AJ, we asked 100 people, would you rather be able to talk your way out of any situation or be able to punch your way out of any situation? How many of 100 people said they wish they had the ability to punch their way out of any situation?
Personally, I would punch my way out of any situation. I'll say 67.
All right, 67 out of 100 said they'd rather punch their way out of any situation. Adam, higher or lower than 67?
I think it's gonna be a bit lower.
I'll say even lower than that. Alright, the actual number of people who would rather be able to punch their way out of any situation versus being able to talk their way out of any situation is 32. It is lower. Alright, Adam, you're in control of the cards, sir. Still, you've got that 9.
Let's change it.
Changing that 9. Next card off the top of the deck, it becomes an 8. Right up the middle.
Ooh, not quite a good change I want. I'm gonna go higher.
Alright, higher than the 8. It's an ace.
Yes. Beautiful. Lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a 10.
I think I'm gonna freeze right here.
Gonna freeze right there, needing just one more card to win game 1 of the match. Again, keeping AJ away from his cards. Playing a little strategy here. As we go to question number 3 this time, this one goes to Adam. Adam, we asked 100 people, would you rather eat cold chili or drink hot lemonade? How many of 100 people said they'd rather eat cold chili?
I think eating kind of eating cold chili. I don't think it would be very good. But I think drinking hot lemonade would be worse than eating than cold chili. Well, wait a minute. I think that drinking hot lemonade wouldn't be as bad as eating a cold food. I think it's gonna be kind of a low number. I'll say about 28.
Alright, 28 out of 100 said they'd rather eat cold chili. AJ, higher or lower than 28?
I'll say higher.
I'll say even higher than that. Alright, the actual number of people who would rather eat cold chili versus drinking hot lemonade is 35. It is higher.
Yes.
Surprisingly, hot lemonade actually relatively good for the throat, but again, you don't want it terribly hot as well. AJ, right, you're in control of the board. You've got your cards. Finally, let's take a look at your base card for this game. A 5.
I'll change that card.
Okay, changing the 5 with the next card off the top of the deck. 5 becomes a 10.
Let's go higher.
Going against the odds. Higher than a 10. No, it's a 2. You lose that card there. Adam, you can pick up game 1 here if you call it from your 10.
I gotta go lower.
For game 1 of the match, lower than a 10. It's a 4. He's done it. Here we go. Game 1 to Adam, giving him 17,100 cash now. Needing just one more game to hold on to his championship. So let's clear the board and deal out the cards for game number 2 here. And as we go to question number 1, this time goes to AJ. AJ, we asked 100 people. Would you rather witness a meteor hitting the Earth or witness a volcano erupting? How many of 100 people said they'd rather witness a volcano erupting?
I will say 52.
52 out of 100 said they'd rather witness a volcano erupting. Adam, higher or lower than 52?
What was the other option?
Either witness a volcano erupting or witness a meteor hitting the Earth.
I think it's going to be a little bit higher.
Now, say even higher than that. The actual number of people who would rather witness a volcano erupting versus witnessing a meteor hitting the Earth is 64, and it's just a little higher. I've always seen it personally on like nature shows and like watching like Discovery Channel, but I actually think watching a volcano erupt from a relatively safe distance would actually be a really cool experience personally. But that's just me. Anyway, Adam, we could take a look at your base card for this game. An ace.
Yes, beautiful card. Let's go lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a 6.
Let's go higher than the 6.
Going on, higher than the 6. No, it's a 4. You lose back to the base card, the ace. AJ, a free chance to catch up back and get yourself back in this game. Your base card this time, a 5.
Let's go higher.
Higher than the 5. It's a 9.
I'll freeze.
Gonna freeze, alright. Give yourself the 1 card lead for this game. And we go on to question number 2. This one goes to our champion, Adam. Adam, we asked 100 people this question. Would you rather be able to have the ability to know when someone's lying, or never have anyone lie to you ever again? How many of 100 people said they'd rather have the ability to know when someone's lying to them?
I personally think that it would be a better ability. I think it's going to be a relatively high number. I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to say that it's about 73.
73 out of 100 said they'd rather have the ability to know when someone's lying. AJ, higher or lower than 73?
I'll go a bit lower.
Just a little lower than that. Interested to see this one. The actual number of people who would rather have the ability to know when someone's lying versus never having anyone lie to them ever again is 65. It is just a little bit lower. Very close on your guess, Adam, but it just fell a little out of your range there. So, AJ, you've got control of the cards. You've got that 9.
Can I change that card?
You can, because you won the question. That 9 now becomes a king.
What was my card?
It was a king.
Oh, a king. Okay, let's go lower.
There you go. Lower than the king. A 3.
Let's go higher.
Higher than the 3. A 10.
What was it?
It was a 10.
10.
A 10. Well, let's go lower.
For game 2 of the match and to tie things up, lower than a 10. It's a 6. He's done it. All right. AJ's tied it up 1 game apiece for both these players. We're in a tiebreaker situation. Who's going to win and go on back to the money card? We're going to take a quick commercial break and come back. We'll find out who that winner's going to be right after this. More card starts. Stick around. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Both players won 1 game in this matchup. Best of 3 series here. And it's down to our tiebreaker round. 3 cards, 3 questions. Someone's going on to the money cards. Who's it going to be? We'll find out right now as we start with this first question. This one goes to you, AJ.
All right.
We asked 100 people. Would you rather live in the Harry Potter world and be a wizard, or live in the Star Wars world and be a Jedi? How many of 100 people said, yeah, they'd rather be a Jedi?
I would say 51.
51 out of 100 said they'd rather be a Jedi. Adam, higher or lower than 51?
I believe it would be a bit higher.
I'm going to say even higher than that. I've never been personally a big fan of the Harry Potter series, but I definitely would be a Jedi. Just because you're in space, and space has always been a subject that has fascinated me. So let's see what happens here. The actual number of people who would rather be a Jedi versus being a wizard is 50. It's right up the middle. AJ. All right, AJ, that means you're in control of the cards. We'll start with your base card for this tiebreaker matchup. A 5.
Change that card.
All right, changing that 5. That 5 now becomes a 4. A little bit better.
Go higher.
All right, going to go higher than a 4. It's a Jack.
Lower.
To become the new champion here on Card Sharks, lower than Jack. It's a 4. He's done a new champion. Congratulations, AJ. You are the new champion here on Card Sharks. You got yourself $500, and you're going on to play the money cards here in just a second. Well, Adam, you played a very good game, sir. Nothing to be ashamed about there. And you did pretty good for yourself for one game. You walked away with $17,100 in cash with our thanks for playing. And we'll definitely have you back on a future episode, sir, all right?
Okay.
All right, AJ, are you ready to go see if you can win yourself $32,000?
Sure am.
I've been trying to give away this money all season long, and I want to see somebody get to the top of the board. Let's do it. Let's go play those money cards. All right, AJ, here's your chance. You know how the game works again. Remember, my perfect double, 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 all the way to the top of the board. It will net you 32 grand in cash. And of course, remember, you can change one card on each level. That'll hopefully help you along the way. So if you're ready, sir, let's get right to it. We're dealing out the cards and give you that fresh $200 in betting money. And here we go. Your opening card for this round of the money cards is going to be a 7.
Change it with number 2.
All right, changing with card number 2. That 7 now becomes a 3. Great change.
What was it?
It's a 3.
Oh, all of it higher.
Betting the farm, $200. Higher than the 3. It's an 8. Right up the middle. You have $400 now and an 8.
$50 lower.
Yeah, no big winner today, but we're going to see what we can do with it. $50. High? Did you say higher?
I said lower.
Okay, 50. I just want to make sure I had it right. $50 lower than the 8. A deuce. Good call. You have a 2 now and $450.
All of it higher.
Of course, can't lose on a 2. $450 higher than the 2. A queen. Great card. You have $900. We move that queen up to the second row, give you additional $400 of betting money. You now have $1,300 and that queen.
1,000 lower.
Big bet on the queen. $1,000. Lower than the queen. It's a 9. Very good. You're up to $2,300 now and a 9.
Change it with number 1.
All right, changing with card number 1. That 9 now becomes a 4.
All right. Let's do 1,900 higher.
Big bet on the 4. Good luck, sir. $1,900. Higher than a 4. Yes, it's a 5. $4,200, AJ, and you have a 5.
How much do I have?
$4,200.
4,205. Let's do 1,200 higher.
All right, $1,200. Mid-range bet here. Higher than the 5. It's a king. $5,400. We move the king up to the big bet line. It's big bet time for you, AJ. You've got $5,400. You must bet at least $2,700 on this king.
5,000 lower.
All right, big bet here. You're going to finish with either $400 or $10,400. $5K lower than the K. It's a queen. He's done it. Nicely done. $10,400 for you added to your previous winning. You now have a total of $10,900 in cash. Congratulations, sir.
Thanks, Brandon.
Well done.
All right, well done to AJ, and he is our new champion. We'll have him back on our next episode here of Card Sharks. But folks, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you so much for watching another fun-filled episode here. If you like the series, remember to click that like button down below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and want to see more of these classic game shows, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you never miss all the fun and games right here at MVG Productions. And until the cards are dealt your way once again, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Card Sharks. Take care. Bye for now, folks.